Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with She Cruises, and I hope that you're doing great wherever you are cruising in this beautiful world of ours. I want to talk to you today about something that most people think about a lot and spend a lifetime perfecting, and that is packing for your cruise. Now, I've already written an article on packing for a winter cruise and what I take on a typical cruise. I try to keep it very, very minimalistic. Over the years, I have learned that that is the best way to travel, whether you're traveling on a cruise or any form, train, plane. Keep it simple, keep it light. But for a summer cruise, I want to take a little bit of time to just share with you what I take and what I've basically discovered over years of experimentation. Now, I always appreciate that you've got to be prepared for anything. Even on a summer cruise, the weather can change, the sea conditions can change. So from a packing perspective, you've got to be kind of aware and prepared. Now, I'm not going to talk about clothes today. I'm going to talk about suitcases and things that go in the suitcase, and then I'm going to do a separate conversation on clothing for summer cruises. A lot of people will just say flip-flops and a bathing suit, and that may be your absolute idea of a summer adventure, but for me, I've done a lot of thinking about suitcases and what I put in that suitcase for a summer cruise. And there's one thing I want to talk to you about that you can do lots of things with, and it's one very lightweight thing that you can add to your suitcase at the end. So the thing about suitcases, I have honestly, like probably most of you, been on this eternal search for the perfect suitcase. I've got big ones, pink, small ones in pink. I've got backpacks. I've got wheeler backpacks. I've tried everything. But the one that I've come down with that I find is, for me, the absolute best is a hardcover, four-wheeled roller, a spinner wheeler. For me, having a hardcover controls my packing. It forces me to stay very much within my boundaries of what I can take on a plane or a train easily and wheel around wherever I might be. And even though you can take multiple suitcases onto a ship, and you can take as much as you want, really, you've still got to get to the ship, and you've still got to travel by plane or train or whatever. So I always travel light. Now, I'm the carry-on girl, as you know, classic. I mean, I've really tried them all. But the one I'm using is a Kenneth Cole Reaction Out of Bounds 20-inch carry-on, and it's turquoise. I've changed my color theme, and it's a hardcover bag. It's got two sides to it. One you can seal completely, so I put my my electronics and my just in case bag, and also my, just papers, things that I don't want to get scrunched up in the clothing side. And on the other side is clothing. And there I roll my clothes. I don't use packing bags. I just roll them. I found, again, just my experience works best for me. So I've got my suitcase right here. I'm just going to lift it up because I want you to see the color. The color is beautiful. So here it is. This is my Kenneth Cole Reaction. It's a really nice suitcase. I've taken it with me already on, 10 different trips, and it's holding up really, really well. But that's my main suitcase, and the cost is around $60, so it's not a hugely expensive piece of luggage. And I think it's a 2-year guarantee. But I love it. Now, the other thing though is I have a secret weapon for my suitcase and my whole packing strategy. I discovered this not really by accident. It was just kind of forced because I take EasyJet flights a lot, and EasyJet, as you probably know, unless you don't go super speedy boarding, you have to have everything in one suitcase, in one bag. So no taking a backpack and a suitcase, you have to put everything into one. So what I did is I found a really cool little day pack. It's one of these day packs that you can fold up into it's about this big. It's very, very small. And then you can use it for, like I do, I put my laptop, an extra change of clothes, my medications, a little bit of makeup, and things that I'll need kind of right away. And I'll show you that bag. It's turquoise as well. And this is when you undo it. I don't know if you can see this very easily, but it's actually quite a good size. It's got water bottle holders on the side, on both sides. There we are. I have my scarf I attach to it always. But this is a great little bag. But it's not so light that you feel it's dangerous to put your laptop in. So that bag I carry on my shoulder until I get to the airport. and then I literally lay it down in my suitcase and I pack it in my suitcase, and I leave some space, of course, so that then can go onto the EasyJet flight without in just one bag. And then you can use that bag, of course, then when you get to your ship, you can use it for just the things you need every day. And it's perfect for going on a short excursion. You don't need to take much, just a bottle of water and a few things. So it works out great to be used on the ground when you're on your trip, but also getting to the airport and meeting the airline requirements for keeping things down. So that's my Winmax, Winmax packable day pack, and it's I think it was about $14. Very, very reasonable price. Now, makeup. I don't take a lot of makeup now when I travel. I used to. I take one little bag of not even travel size, baby size lipstick, foundation, one little tube of mascara, a small one, and I put that in my day pack. But for my suitcase, this is what I do for makeup, and I only have, I think it's about 5 or 6 things I always take. The first is beauty wipes. I know it's not the best way to clean your skin, and it's not the best moisturizing and whatever, but it's very good if you're in a place where you're limited with water and access to mirrors. You can just use these wipes, and they're great for other purposes too, like cleaning up the table on the airplane, and they're just perfect wipes. So beauty wipes I always pack. Aveeno has a nice pack that I use, and in the article I put like a link to an article with I think 30 different wipes. Beauty wipes for me are pretty much a standard thing in my suitcase. Facial oil. I don't use moisturizer anymore on my skin. I use this beautiful oil. It's called Growing Younger Gracefully. It's not too expensive, I think $25 for this bottle, but it's beautiful. I use it on my skin every day under makeup and just by itself. So that's all I take with me is that Growing Younger Gracefully facial oil, facial serum. And then for makeup, I always take a palette. Now foundation I'll talk about in a second, but palettes come in all shapes and sizes. You can get them with mascara. The one I use is this Eridu. I got this in Greece. I know you can get it online. I've ordered it on eBay, but it's got the most beautiful colors. It's got a highlighter, eye colors, and a beautiful blush. And that's kind of, pretty much all that you need once you put your foundation on. And it's got a lovely greeny color here, which I love. And where is it there? And purple. And an amazing pink, which is gorgeous with suntan skin. So that's a palette. And that's really so lightweight. You can tuck that in your suitcase super easy. And then the foundation I use is probably not a surprise to anyone. It's IT Cosmetics. This is an amazing full coverage. It's a color correcting foundation. 50 SPF, and it's a full spectrum of SPF, so it's super good for the sun, and IT Cosmetics does a really great line. By the way, all these products I'll put in the comments under the video so you can see. So that's my foundation, the palette. I take my Flormar mascara. And of course, there's so many millions of beautiful mascaras. You just need to take a mascara that you love, one that's waterproof in the summer months. That's next. And I think that's it. Yes, or my lipstick. My lipstick is my classic go-to. I wear this all the time. It's my Estee Lauder. It's Frosted Apricot. So that's it. That's all for makeup. That's all I take. And then finally, I take one thing that... well, I'm sure you take these too, but I love hats. And I always take a hat. I always take one hat and I end up with another one because I always find a market. And when I was in Porto just recently, I bought this hat at a market. It was €5. Look at this, it's so cute. It's got a bow in the back and it's a really cool hat. I'll put it on. Isn't that sweet? So that was my hat that I bought in Porto. And hats are great. I think they're little smile magnets. I always find people smile when you wear a hat. And you smile. It's kind of got a little protectiveness to it. You can sort of hide yourself a little bit. Certainly protects you from the sun. And that's kind of the most important thing in the summer cruises. And keeps your hair kind of in one place when you're out on the deck and it's blowing all over the place. And finally, the thing that you can do 33 things with I don't have one with me, but I can guarantee you there's a video in the article that shares it, is to take with you a sarong, a huge piece of cloth. You can wrap it as a dress, as a shawl, as a skirt. It's the most flexible thing ever, and they are very inexpensive. You can buy one in just about any shop. A sarong, huge piece of cloth, and in the class, in Indonesia, they wear them as their clothing. But you can do fun things with sarongs. The article, the video link I leave in the article, has 33 things you can do with a sarong, and they're so cool. They all look great. So that's another final thing that I pop in my suitcase for summer cruising. And I hope this has been helpful. Suitcases, a little bit of makeup advice, some thoughts on hats, and something else to take with you that's super versatile. You can get along with a light suitcase in the summer. Hope that's been helpful. Hope that it's been inspiring. Hope that you're having a wonderful summer if you're watching this in the summer or planning for summer holiday. And thank you so much for your support of She Cruises. Please take a look at our website, shecruises.com. We are on Facebook. I have an Instagram account now that I'm posting on every day. And we also, just as a final reminder, have booked or scheduled our first She Cruises adventure. It's going to be in May 2020, so another 9 or 10, 11 months, and you can sign up for that by, first of all, just give me a call. All the information, or drop me a line. All the information is on the website, on She Cruises, and then we'll explain to you, what the booking process is, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks again for your support. Please tell a friend about She Cruises. We're a cruise travel company for women who love to cruise. Women who love to cruise only. Take very good care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.